Hey, everybody out there. This is Matt, and just letting you guys know this is a special episode. Me and John did a review of the Snyder Cut over on our YouTube channel. So if you don't know, we have a YouTube channel. Check that out. Subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff, and enjoy our thoughts on the Snyder Cut. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to our YouTube channel of Planes, Trains, and Comic Books. Today we got a special guest.
Exclusive.
This is, you might know him from his voice now, but this is John.
I just did the finger guns on my first video.
Finger guns.
That's pretty horrible.
You got to do it. So John is today with me because we're going to be doing our spoiler review of the Snyder Cut.
Spoilerific.
So for those of the fans here who don't listen to the podcast, for all you who don't know, we have a podcast with new episodes every Sunday. Planes, Trains, and Comic Books is the name of that podcast. We talk about comics. We talk about usually one storyline of a comic book or a trade that comes out, and we break it down for y'all so you guys can understand a new series or whatever and read from there. So
when you come along, you laugh with us, you cry with us.
Yeah, mostly cry, but
I'm always crying.
Yeah, but always this fucker. Anyway, yeah. So, but before we start, if you guys like this content, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you all thought about the Snyder Cut, because we have some thoughts. I mean, I already did my spoiler-free review, so you kind of know what I did. If you didn't, check that out up here. But yeah, the spoiler-free review is just basically, I liked it a lot, but I can't say anything. So on this one, we're gonna go deep. And spoilers, anybody stop. If you don't want spoilers,
stop now. But still rate us 5 stars.
Yeah, still give us 5 stars or like or whatever, all that stuff. You know, touchdown, home runs, whatever, whatever kind of measurement you're talking about. So yeah, anyway, so first things first, this fucking movie was fucking awesome. I loved it. John, what'd you think?
So first off, on our first video, I have to call out my co-host for calling me out on his video. Like, this guy hates everything. Oh, he's a big hater of DCU. He's a Marvel guy. No.
Okay,
I like Marvel comics.
I know you do. I know you like the Marvel universe. So, okay, for those who don't know what's going on, in my spoiler-free review, I said John is a hater of the DCU movies, right? Because he is. All right, I'll say this: you went to go see Batman vs Superman, and you were like, "Oh no, the music's there." I don't like parts of it, and it's whack, and Lex Luthor is weird, whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. I am a true DC fan, and now that we've read, you also watched that before we started this podcast.
True.
So I will say that now I've indoctrinated him with enough
That's
DC
true.
stuff.
Because there were a bunch in this Snyder Cut. There were all the little like Easter eggy things. I was like, oh, that's cool. I know that. I know what they're hitting at there. Yes. Like a lot of those were fun.
Holy shit, Parademons.
That's cool, yeah.
I mean, we actually haven't read anything with Parademons, but still. Oh no, actually we did. We read Final Crisis.
Oh, that's right.
That has Parademons. So we've read enough now that I've got him DC-ified a bit. So we read Infinite Crisis on Earths. We read Infinite Crisis and a bunch of shit. So
crises.
Yeah, all the crises. And so, he's in depth on all that stuff. So
and we had seen Darkseid in a couple things too. So like there.
Yes. I mean, in like what, movies or
no, like
the comics?
In the comics like Dark Knight.
Yes.
The Golden Child.
That's right. I forgot he was in that.
Yeah.
That was not the best version of him though.
No, but I'm just saying in general, like I've seen other, like I've watched, I will say this beforehand, like the DC animated films are far superior to the Marvel ones. Like they're fantastic.
I mean, if you're talking animated, I think DC kills everything. But
yeah,
there aren't even barely Marvel animated movies. But
that's true.
But as far as obviously we love the MCU for the most part. I mean, every now and then there's one I'm like, I don't care that much. But MCU's fine. They did the impossible and built this amazing 10-year span thing that can never be recreated, and DC was catching up. So obviously
that's true.
But like DC. Zack Snyder had a fucking vision, and he was able to do 2 of those movies in his vision. So you had Man of Steel and you had Batman vs Superman, and then this portion called Justice League came out that had nothing. It was like, what is this? It just doesn't make any sense. There's no storyline. There's no
why is the bad guy doing this?
What is a mother box?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who is the Steppenwolf? I don't know. Where does he come from? I don't know. why does anyone give a fuck about him? I don't know. He just, I'm gonna do bad, and that's about it. Like, there's no reason to really
Liam Neeson sounding.
care. Yeah, and he looked fucking weird.
Yeah, definitely unfinished CGI.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, and then there was bad jokes. They cut. I mean, why was Cyborg even in that cut? I would have just, if I was Joss Whedon, just cut him out the whole thing, because he was only in it for like 5 scenes max or something, and he didn't do anything. Whereas, and then this one, this is what's amazing. Not Joss Whedon. Zack Snyder, in his cut, has a full storyline. You understand what the mother boxes are, why they're there, why does we care about them, who is Steppenwolf, who is he working for, what's his motivation, why what does everybody else care, what is the history of this, the Amazons and the Atlanteans and the humans and all the why are we trying to fight together, and why is that a big deal? And then also the introduction, you get the Flash, better introduction, full introduction. You see Iris, you see his future wife Iris in it. You get a better. He's not as goofy. I mean, he is goofy in this,
he's goofy,
but there's moments where he's actually normal. Like when he's running at the end and he's like, Dad, I was one of the best. I was like, you son of a bitch. Like you are one of the best, Barry. And I'm not a giant Ezra Miller fan as Barry Allen. He's he's the kind of the comedic humor in it. And so that's his play. He's fine as that, but Barry Allen is never really like that super in the comics. Like he's more of just, I'm Barry Allen. He comes off as a little more cocky to me. He's more of a hero than this Barry Allen. But when he's running, I was like, fuck yeah, you're Barry Allen right now. You're turning back time. He turns back time. That's how fucking fast the Flash can run.
He finds a way.
It's fucking awesome. He finds a way. Yeah, life finds a way. But yeah, so in this, you also have Cyborg. Now, I mentioned Cyborg. I would be so mad. And this is why Ray Fisher was so mad. He has a fucking giant role. He's the heart of this film.
He is 100% the heart of this Snyder Cut.
This film is not like, I don't know, 45 to 50% Cyborg story, like 100% of that.
Yeah.
And it should 100% of 50%. All right.
60% of the time works every time.
Yeah. And for that, I mean, I can't believe they cut him out so much. And I would be super pissed if I had filmed that much of a movie and read the script and be like, I'm going to be gigantic.
This is awesome.
And then I go to the premiere and there's like 4 scenes with me and I'm like, I got a red eye and I'm kind of angry at my dad. I shot a cannon. That's it. And like nothing. And it's so fucking stupid. And then also Superman in this is fucking badass.
Yes.
Like all the other heroes, when they're fighting Steppenwolf at the end, like everybody's able to fight him, but they're to more successful degrees than others. So, Barry Allen, he doesn't not super strong, but he can like move fast and throw shit or whatever. And then Cyborg's got his cannons, but he's trying to deflect the mother box. But
he's trying to pull the mother
obviously
box
Wonder Woman and Aquaman are like the strongest out of those 4. So like they're fighting. And they're holding their own, but they're having trouble-ish. He's a formidable foe, we'll say. When Superman shows up, it's like the most badass thing ever. Like Steppenwolf goes to hit him with his axe, and he just lands right on the shoulder of Superman, and Superman just like, not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like,
not impressed. Yeah.
Not impressed. And I was like, holy fuck! And then he just
uses his freeze breath
to beat the fuck out of. Yeah.
Well, he uses his freeze breath first, which is cool because we had seen that before. No. So he uses that. He freezes the axes. It's got like a heat kind of element to it. He smashes it into a million pieces with one punch, and then just proceeds to beat the ever living crap out of Steppenwolf.
I mean, he like uses his heat vision to like slice off one of Steppenwolf's horns, and it's just fucking awesome. And I was like, that is how fucking Superman does it. And
you could get hate for Superman, like people say,
Superman. Like, okay, like I don't give a fuck. I read the comics and they are separate than the movies. If the movie establishes this is like a world where Superman kills people, okay, I'll take you on this journey. I'll go with you on this journey of this different Superman. I'm okay with that. Other people aren't. I get it. But, I don't expect to see my comic 100% on the screen.
Oh, no, I wasn't. That I didn't care about. I was meaning like, because some people say like Superman's like the it's like Goku and he's just like the most overpowered kind of character. But he's Superman.
Say,
like that's the point of Superman in my book. Like he is the okay, we like nuclear option. Like let's finish this. Like call in the big guns. Like that's what Superman is. So
and also they explain like why hasn't Darkseid ever tried to attack Earth before? And they're like, well, because Superman is here, and when he died is when they're like, oh, he's dead. Like the mother box is going to send a signal. So it makes way more sense why it's happening now. Also, fucking Darkseid looks awesome when he fights in those scenes. You're like, holy fuck, like it's super cool. And there's like an early fight scene where they kind of do like a Lord of the Rings, like in the past. This is what happened, and we explain the realm of men and Atlanteans and Amazons got together and lanterns and shit. They have a Green Lantern in this. It's not one I know, but it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think it was. I looked at a little bit of like Easter eggy things, and I guess it's like a super early lantern that used to be like a guardian of like the Earth realm and whatnot. But he was kind of like chimpish looking.
Yeah, I mean, he was moving pretty fast on screen, so I didn't see him too much. But the fact that they had a lantern exactly. gave me hope for the Green Lantern movie that is good, or at least in the Justice League. I'll take it just him appearing. But yeah, like,
and it was cool because we got the Hercules and Ares in that too, like doing their stuff. That was kind of
and
fun.
Zeus.
Pardon me, not Hercules, Zeus.
Yeah, I was like Hercules. That's a Marvel character, John. Stop throwing Marvel in this shit, John. But yeah, so he didn't hate it as much as I thought he would. Not that I thought he would hate it. I'm just joking.
And to point, like after watching this, I was like, it didn't feel like 4 hours. First off, like it really did.
Yes,
it moved.
I watched it
smoothly.
Twice. The second 4 hours, I was like, yeah, feels the same. It felt like well-paced movie.
Yeah,
like it's 4 hours. I can tell it's 4 hours, but I'm not like bored ever, and I'm not like, will this move now? It just is well-paced. It makes sense. I enjoy it. I get to see everything. I check off the boxes. Do I get to see fucking cool Superman? Check. Do I get to see cool Wonder Woman? Check. The Wonder Woman scenes where she fights in the bank or wherever the fuck that is, the museum.
Yeah.
She sees all the kids. In the Joss Whedon cut, they cut like half that out. So she's not nearly as badass in the Joss Whedon cut.
And also every time she fought in that one, it was always like, don't get me wrong, there was stuff where they slowed down in this one, but they like almost every time they fought like Wonder Woman stuff, especially was slowed down. In this, they really showed her like at full speed, like and she was like blocking a full machine gun, like she was like as she's running. I thought that was fucking cool. Yeah, it was badass.
Like, this is awesome. I mean, my only thing that I was like, why is this in here? But every time Wonder Woman was on screen or about to appear on screen, they had this fucking chanting lady singing. That was like,
oh yeah, like when they show the Amazons, like that was kind of the theme they had for them too. And then I get that that's what they were connecting
right,
with
but
her.
Every time she's on screen, they put that on.
Yeah,
and so it says on the screen if you're watching with subtitles, Amazon or ancient lamentation song or whatever. So every time I would play, it'd be like that will come up, and I'm like, why is this?
Yeah, which is silly because she has her current Wonder Woman's theme, which they use in the film too. But current Wonder Woman's theme is like one of the best themes for a hero in like years, like since like
it pumps up the action, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
which I totally thought. I'll just say I thought it was electric guitar originally, and you let me know.
I don't think it is. I think it's like a Turkish fiddle or something.
Yeah,
that's might be electrified or whatever.
But yeah, that was cool. I didn't realize.
But yeah, so anywho. You liked it. I liked it. What would you give this? Or is there anything else that you missed?
Martian Manhunter.
Oh, fuck yeah. Martian Manhunter's in this.
And it was way more than I anticipated him being. Yeah. When he first appears, so Martha goes and talks to Lois Lane, and it was kind of a moment where I was like, okay, yeah, they're trying to like build each other up a little. Like Martha's like, you need to get back out there. You're Lois Lane. You need to go out. And, Clark wouldn't want you to be like this. She's like, yeah, okay, I guess. And she's like, yeah, I know that you're, because she lost the farm at that point. She's like, I know you're. I
was joking that like Wayne's like, yeah, it was Wayne Bank foreclosed on your farm. He let Martha go broke.
But it was nice. And then she steps out into the hallway after talking to Lois, and her eyes start glowing red. And at first, I thought it was going to be like that was like a villain or something.
Right.
But then, when he morphed. And I was like, holy crap. That. I didn't see that coming.
I thought you knew he was in it.
No.
Like, spoilers.
I think so I read a lot of those kind of things. I try not to spoil. I'm so picky with those. Like sometimes I will look and be like, oh, like who's like this actor's in this? Who are they playing? That's cool. And then sometimes I'm like, no, that's too much information. I want to go in and not like, Sometimes I'll watch every trailer for a movie, and sometimes I'll watch the first one, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It depends. But
I hear it. Yeah.
so this one, I knew some things, like I knew Joker was going to be in it.
Right.
But
I knew he was going to be in it too.
But I didn't like, and I think I knew that they said like, oh yeah, that actor was supposed to play Martian Manhunter, but like they never got to do him. So like,
Yeah.
I think like he had filmed a scene or something. So I figured we would get like a hint, maybe like one shapeshift in the background of a scene, but I didn't know it was going to be like
2 full scenes. Yeah.
And then like
introduction and everything.
Yeah. And then he comes the end of the film. I thought it was Superman at first that shows up, and then oh no, it's Martian Manhunter. That's awesome.
Well, and then also I totally forgot about this scene, but there's like an epilogue scene that like they set up that like this world ain't good yet, because Darkseid is like at the end after Steppenwolf dies, Darkseid's like, we'll have to do it the old way since we don't have the mother boxes to open up boom tubes to transport us here. We'll have to do it the old way, prepare the armadas. So like he's coming on ships. So that's like the sequel, obviously. And in the future, we see in the epilogue, there's like a future scene where in all those scenes of Batman in the future with the dark world and everything happening, that shit is still in happening apparently, because he's still having premonitions about it, where like Batman specifically doesn't save Lois Lane. Superman goes evil, and starts working for Darkseid as like his right hand man or some shit.
Yeah, I guess Lois Lane is the key to like controlling Superman. If Lois dies,
and I kind of like that. Like it's a different take. Which I mean, in this, they obviously have him. He's raised as a human-ish, and then his dad is like, you got to be good, son, or whatever, but you don't have to reveal yourself if you don't want to. And so like it's a little bit of different origin. So in this, he doesn't seem as much of like, he's not as like, oh, I have to be good for good's sake or whatever. He's like, I love Lois and I like protecting humans or whatever, and that's cool. But like, if Lois is gone, maybe I don't give a fuck about protecting humans. Like, it's an interesting take on it, I think. So that scene was cool, and that's where the Joker is. The Joker shows up. He's working with Batman. Like, Batman has broken him out of Arkham, or he's just in this ragtag team that they have. It's like a future Flash that isn't Ezra Miller, or didn't look like Ezra Miller. And then Deathstroke. Is there anyone else?
Yeah. Mira.
Mira, that's right.
Yeah, Aquaman's
because
dead.
Aquaman gets fucking stabbed through his chest with his trident.
Yeah, Aquaman's dead. Wonder Woman is dead.
Yes,
because they had like the coins on her eyes.
Yes, Wonder Woman's dead.
Had like her mom was still alive.
Yeah, her mom's like the oldest lady there. She's like, man, this really worked out for me, but it's kind of sad.
But yeah, it's sad. I miss Diana. Oh.
Yeah, but yeah. So like that future thing happens, and as an epilogue, it works. I did think that was the only part when I first watched it. I'm like, wait, is there like a whole other part of this movie now, like where Darkseid comes, because we're seeing this weird like future thing? But it's just like a teaser for the next movie, basically. Yeah. Which I enjoyed, and I did not hate Jared Leto in the Suicide Squad movie. I was like, it's a different portrayal. Let's see where it goes. And then it didn't go anywhere because they canceled it. And then now he's the same in this one, but he's definitely toned down. He's not
this one it felt almost like a mixture of like most of the Jokers we've seen on screen, because like the makeup kind of seemed Heath Ledgery, the kind of like look and talk almost kind of felt like a Joaquin Phoenix Joker a little bit.
Yeah.
Except for his hand job joke.
Oh yeah. Who's gonna give you a reach around? But he was like a weird joke.
There were like 3 F-bombs in
But I did like, Batman's like, I will fucking kill you. Like, which I was like, fuck yeah. But that was pretty badass. It was super dark Batman. Oh, they also show the Batmobile from the Dark Knight.
The Bat Tank. The Bat Tank. Yeah, that was cool.
And it's like the exact model. Like, it's got the neck and everything. It's badass.
It looked exactly like that. That's true. And that's like one of my favorite Batmobiles.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Also, this was like one of the coolest things too. When they're fighting Steppenwolf and they actually fail to separate the mother boxes in time. The mother boxes become the unity. They like come together, and that's what's going to allow Darkseid to kill everybody and all that stuff. So it explodes when it synchronizes, and it blows up, and you don't see what blows up. You just see like a flash of white, and then like destruction kind of coming out from it. And that's where Barry Allen runs so fast. He runs back and takes time back. He runs back in time. He doesn't make time go backwards. He goes back in time and stops that from happening. So, but it was so fucking cool, because as he's running back in time, you see Superman, his body, like the blood and body parts come back together. So Superman got exploded
Yeah.
by the mother box. That was fucking cool.
It reminded me of the Watchmen when the body's like coming together.
Oh yeah.
Like it was really cool. Yeah, because like you see Superman's like blood and like his like the veins and everything like coming back to his body.
Yeah, and same with everybody else there
Yeah.
too, because they all exploded as well. So that was fucking cool. That was the time when I was saying when Flash was like, and I was wondering how they did this. Like, did Ezra Miller have to like learn how to like slow-mo run? Because it looked like he was doing that. Like they filmed him running
normal
in like a weird slow motion, and then they like added the speed lines around it and maybe slowed it down a little more or something.
Yeah.
And then that's how they got it, because he was doing like over exaggerated like running motions, and I liked it. I thought it was cool. I was like, that's a hard thing to do. But yeah, and the only one we didn't really talk about too much, which you should because you're a fucking Aquaman fan, but we didn't really talk about Aquaman too much. He was pretty much the same in this.
He was the same, but he definitely had more like understanding to like the plot of things. Because last one he just kind of showed up and he was like, yeah, I guess like and he had a lot more of like woohoo, like one liner, like yeehaws.
Yeah.
In the last one, he had one or two, but like for the he did Sky Surf.
Yeah, he does Sky Surf, which hey,
it's fine. It's Aquaman.
It's fine. It's Aquaman. But yeah, that was like the only one that was more similar than everything else than the theatrical cut. So, but yeah, I mean, overall,
with Aquaman, it was interesting that they obviously didn't when he made a lot of this, they didn't know where they were going with Aquaman. So there's a little inconsistencies. Like Willem Dafoe's
Mara is British. In this.
I was getting to because like Willem Dafoe's character Volko was pretty fine. Like his costume was different, and he had his hair down, and he kind of like went over some things that they get into in Aquaman anyway. But yeah, Mira was like, she had a British accent.
Yeah, that was weird.
She was definitely.
I was like, wait a second, did she have an accent in the Aquaman movie? You're like, no.
Honestly, thinking about it now, it almost does make it a little bit better because it kind of gives her that kind of like highbrow elevated status to like,
but she's actually like a princess. Yeah.
So that kind of almost would give it a little bit more of that. Yeah. The triangle or not love triangle.
Maybe she couldn't like keep it well enough. And so James Wan was like, fuck that. Maybe,
or maybe because they had already redid the.
Yeah. They're like, we don't need to do that. Why make you have a British accent for no reason?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I just thought this was a superior movie all around.
Darkseid Omega Beams, we got those in there too.
Fuck yeah.
That was fucking cool.
Shoots his Omega Beams out and kills some people. It was fucking awesome. It was in the future sequence or whatever.
But it was still really cool.
It was cool to see the Omega Beams like choo, 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 and like kill someone.
Yeah.
So that was fucking cool.
And I like that, like, it's obvious how they had to shoot it and how it came together. But I like that the heroes actually got a face-to-face with Darkseid in this, because like the whole time Steppenwolf is talking to Darkseid on in the base on his own, and like they know of Darkseid, like Wonder Woman's talking about it and stuff, but they haven't really.
Well, once they show that they like reveal him slowly, they say his name, then they show like paintings on the wall, then they actually she does the history, like this is what happened. That's what the Lord of the Rings moment I was saying. We're like, this is how the ring was forged and who's Sauron and shit. It was like that. It was like, here's Darkseid. Here's what the mother boxes are. Here's what happened in the past.
And I like that also in the past of like, they kind of make Darkseid a little cockier at first, because like he comes out, like he jumps right into the battle and he's got like barely any armor on and stuff too. And he's fighting and he gets taken down by Ares' axe. Like
Ares was fucking cool in this. I was like, yeah, he's not such a bad guy.
Like he gets like, he doesn't quite aim for the head, but you
gotta aim for the head.
He gets hit really bad. And like a bunch of parademons take him back up and he's like bleeding really bad. And he conks out, right?
Yeah. He passes out completely. He got shot with an arrow and passes out too.
Yeah, but then like later on, like he's definitely like he's got a little more of the armor on him.
Yeah,
he's definitely like
he's taking it serious.
He's learning and like becoming a little more meticulous. I like that. Like you've got a little sense of that with Darkseid too.
Yeah,
which I was appreciative of. And then like I said, so Steppenwolf fails at the end, but as the mother boxes were coming together, kind of a portal was opening, and as they pull them apart, they have that like a last like little thing where all of the heroes are aligned, and then like Darkseid, and they're like staring down each other before the portal closes.
That was fucking cool.
And that is a tease.
And you see like Granny Goodness and Desaad.
Desaad,
yeah. That was badass.
That was such a fantastic tease that we were probably never going to get now.
Never going to. But I'm very happy that Zack Snyder got to make this movie, even though like obviously there's some like CG that wasn't 100%, but it's like you had to like fill in the blanks with what they had money wise and stuff. So I don't like hate it on any of that stuff. It was still really good. It was still better than the Joss Whedon cut. So
by far, like so, like I said, I liked parts of that
everything
one.
I liked from the Joss Whedon cut was in the Zack Snyder cut. So that meant Zack Snyder filmed it, not Joss Whedon.
Exactly.
So I was very happy that Joss Whedon did not add that scene where Superman tracks the Flash when they first meet Superman, when like Flash is running and they bring him back from the dead. I was happy that wasn't a Joss Whedon scene.
Oh yeah, because it
wouldn't have been in the movie. Yeah, because I'm like, oh, it's funny when he like looks at him. I'm like, that's like a great line or whatever.
Yeah, so. and Ezra Miller being like,
yeah, like, holy shit,
what he sees me. Yeah.
So yeah, that part's awesome. But anyway, we've rambled on long enough. I think we spoiled everything that could possibly be spoiled.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like we said, if you guys like podcasts, like comics, check out our podcast, Planes, Trains, and Comic Books. New episodes every Sunday. And please like, share, subscribe. And we want to give you guys some content.
Yeah. If you like these reviews, if you want us to do some more, let us know.
Yeah, we'll do more movies. Although we've literally seen every movie possible so far. So we could go back and review old, bad.
Yeah, we could do
like Dolph Lundgren Punisher and things like that.
Yeah, the old Captain America where he has like the motorcycle helmet on. The old Fantastic Four.
Oh.
Was it Roger Corman?
Yes.
I've never seen it.
We could even do the old Fantastic Four, the ones from the 2000s. I haven't seen those.
It's been a while. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I saw it when I came out when I was a kid.
But if you guys want to see stuff like that, we'll do. We won't do reactions necessarily. Maybe we will eventually do reactions, but we could definitely do reviews.
Commentary reviews.
Yeah, commentary stuff. So let us know what you think, and